All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Starting a little late this morning, but what's happening with everybody? Roger Cardio in the building. What's good with you, sir? Oh, hold on one second, because you know I mess this up. I do this every time. Hold on one second. Hold on. There we go. There you go. And that solved itself. What's going on, man? Raja Cardio in the building. Ish Snooty in the building. What's good with you, sir? We'll wait for some cats to come through. Should be able to get some people to come and watch. We got one person hitting the like button. I know I'm coming on late today, but just what it is, man. Sorry, I was running a little bit behind, man. Wait for cats to get on, man. Listening to, all right, man. We got 15 people in the building, man. Y'all hit that like button on the way in, man. Hit that like button on the way in, man. Smoke today, yeah, man. Anybody wants? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Hey, man. Yes, Simeon A. You can get some smoke today. Yeah, you absolutely positively can get some smoke today. What's going on? Bernard Howard in the building. What's happening? Vincent Rice, what's good, man? Man, I was listening. Hey, Mass Arms in the building. What's going on, brother? Man, I was listening to I was on Twitter last night having a blast, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I hope Elon Musk doesn't screw up Twitter too bad, because there's a lot of smoke be running around Twitter. Caesar TMG, what's going on, man? Top of the morning to you, brother. How you feeling? The Phoenix in the building. What's going on? I said, what's up? Listening to work. That's what's up. Money Gang Mods, what's up? You said, you got some facts for me today. Oh, I know you got some facts for me today. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bud is full of it, bro. Sorry, brother. I can't do Bud, man. I can't do. Bud is fundamentally dishonest human being. If what they are saying is true, Bud Crawford is a fundamentally dishonest person, and I have a very hard time respecting that, man. I'm sorry, bro. You might be able to fight, bro, but nah, dog. You kind of funny acting, man. And Andre Ward, bro, you need to tuck it, bro. Andre, you need to get out the way and let people be people. Hey, all right, man. I did a video about it, but I'll give you a little short spill on it, man. But and basically the whole idea of the what do you call it? The no guarantee has been explained. How could you wind up at a no guarantee if you refuse any guarantee? If you refuse a guarantee, is how you can wind up with no guarantee. Bud refused the guarantee. He refused the guarantee. That's what it is. He refused the guarantee. And then they moved on without a guarantee. They moved on to negotiations with no guarantee. That's why, in essence, Bud turned down the guarantee because it wasn't high enough. So they're like, okay, well, let's just everybody can deal out of the net from the pay-per-view then. So pretty much right then, when he refused the last offer for a guarantee, dude, he was done right there. So for you to say that they never offered a guarantee is not true. You rejected a guarantee. Makes sense to me. Because I'm like, they wouldn't even give you 500,000, not even $1 million. No, bro. They offered that man 10 million. They offered that man 10 million. According to reports that I trust. Basically the same people that said that he started at 22. You turn down a guarantee and then say, man, I never saw no money. That's why his nephew was like, man, what you talking about? He got a lot of money. They offered him a guarantee. What's this no guarantee stuff? Because his nephew probably knew that they had offered a guarantee. I never saw no guarantee. I mean, who offers a no guarantee? You did. Apparently. Dude, you still ain't explaining this. You back to those meltdown days, huh? It makes it look like I'm having a meltdown. What's a meltdown day, brother? A great tone. Here, how about this, bro? How about you go away? How about you go away? Come back under another name, boy. No, this is my broke mad days. I'm broke, I'm sad, and I'm jealous. Those days. Bud and his whole team lies. Look, bro, your boy ducked out, man. Your boy's a duck. Your boy's a straight duck. Okay? Straight duck. Straight duck. That means he turned down a lot of money for that fight. A lot. Because he turned down $10 million. According to these sources, he turned down $10 million and the back end. And then acted like he was going to take no guarantee. From the minute he started saying he was going to take no guarantee, that man wasn't going to take that fight. There you go, bro. So sorry, brother. I don't buy your boy. And I like Andre Ward a lot, bro. But dog, I saw that, man. Man, you gotta chill out, brother. You gotta chill out, man. Andre Ward sent a note to me. At that point in time, I was like, look, man, and I was polite with Andre. I was like, first of all, much respect. Or not much respect. It's an honor to hear from him. I was a huge fan of his. But, brother, you got to explain to me what you mean. Your boy's out here looking bad, man, and you can't tell. Just like boxing, boxers don't owe fans anything. Fans don't owe boxers anything, including keeping their mouth shut. They don't owe you anything. It goes both ways. Doesn't it? If you don't owe boxing fans anything, boxing fans don't owe you anything either, including holding their tongue and telling other fans what they think of you. We got a U.S. Constitution, brother, and there's freedom of speech. People don't got to sit back there and be like, okay, yeah, we've been supporting you, and you may not need the support. You may not care about the support. But guess what? The people that gave the support care about the support. The people that watch you, take their time to watch you, they value their time. You may not value their time, Andre. You may not value their time, but they value their time. Your fighter perspective is your fighter's perspective. I'm not going to go because he deleted the tweet. He deleted the tweet real fast. But, yeah, come on, bro. Fanon, I have nothing respect for you because you are unleashing what seems to be more and more like the truth in this matter. Look, man, dude, there's no doubt that that Terence Crawford is not. That Terence Crawford is, dude, if you do what you're going to do what you're going to do, but just stand on what you do. Don't try to make other people look bad because of a decision that you made. You know what I mean? That's where I am. Dang right. Bought the Porter fight as an investment on the Spence fight. Yeah. Boxing fans don't owe you anything. Nothing. Just like you don't owe us. We don't need you. We'll go support somebody else. Can Jerron Ennis come on? Let's go. I'm waiting for Jerron now. Since Bud don't owe anybody anything. Let's come on with this Andre Ward. Let me figure out who I need to get. What's going on, Young Kill? Let me go figure out who I got to get my money to next. Because I'm not broke. I'm not broke. Since I'm not broke, I'm looking for the next guy. Who wants the money? I know it may just be I don't know, you be on pay-per-view 10 times. Let me see how much money. Let's just do the math. I bought 2 Andre Ward pay-per-views. They were somewhere around $70, so that's $140. For the 5 years he was on, for the years he was on Showtime, couple years on Showtime, I paid, I don't know, $15 a month. What is that? $360. I don't know, man. I might have spent maybe $1,000. $1,200, something on that. Over the course of Andre's career, I might have spent $1,300 specifically related to him because I'm only one person. You know what I mean? You don't owe me the world for that, right? I got what I wanted. I got to see the fights. I got to see the fights on Showtime. I got to see the fights on HBO. No worries. I watch ESPN, large part because you guys are on there talking boxing. And I try my best to see Andre Ward when he talks because I'm an Andre Ward fan. But I'm not breaking the bank doing it. But I can do this. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I can just go watch somebody else. I can turn the volume down. That's my right. Just like it's not your, just like you do not have to fight anybody you don't want to fight. But that doesn't mean that I can't say something about it. Because I can say something about it. You are a public figure. You are actually, Bud is actually does commercials asking me to watch his fight. Yes, he does. When he puts up there, hey, I'm fighting Avanation on December 10th or whatever it is on BLK Prime, that's you asking me to spend my money on you. Aren't you? I'm watching it. I don't see how you can say you don't owe anybody anything at the same point in time. You're asking for something from people. Every fight that you make, you're asking somebody to watch you fight. That arrogance, man, you got to tuck that arrogance because it's silly. And there's there's nothing for Bud. There's nothing about Bud looks straight up in this scenario. And we can keep hiding behind this. Well, we don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't have to know for sure. How about that? I don't have to know for sure. I don't need that. If I see somebody, if I'm looking at somebody on television and they say something like nappy-headed hoes, right? Imus. I don't have to interview Imus to see whether or not he's got a problem with people that have hair like me. I don't have to ask him. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe it wasn't a joke. I don't have to know that he's that in order for me to think, I just don't appreciate you. I'm out. I don't know you nothing. I just want to be very, very clear about it. You think you don't owe anybody, people that you all boxers don't owe fans something. That's not true. You do. You owe a fight. When they pay their money, you owe a fight. You absolutely positively do. Owe a fight when they pay the money. Yes, you do. That's all you owe, though. That's all you owe. We don't owe you anything other than to pay for the fights that we watch. There's the exchange. Your money, you're fighting for our money. Now, what you say and you do is your business. But if we hear it and we see it, our business is to decide whether or not we want to listen to you or watch you or speak highly of you or spread word of mouth about you. And if we have the right to spread word of mouth about you, we can spread our word of mouth any way we want to spread it. All we got to do is keep our hands off you. That's it. Can't put my hands on you. Ain't going to talk about your wife. Ain't going to talk about your kids because that ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing. But even there, you're a public figure. People get to talk about you because you're a public figure. You are a professional. You're not an amateur. You are not somebody that is fighting in a local gym with friends just working out on the weekend. You are putting yourself out to the public and publicly competing in organizations that are actively asking people to watch fights. The WBC, the WBA, the IBF, the WBO. And you are claiming to be their champion and want to be their champion. How can they even have an organization if it is not for the public? Every penny that is paid to you indirectly either directly or indirectly came from boxing fans. It's just arrogance, bro. If you said you agreed to everything, you owe us something. Look, he doesn't owe us anything. If he agreed to everything with those guys, with Errol, and he agreed to everything, then he owes Errol a fight. If they agreed to everything, but he didn't agree. That's just the fact. He didn't agree. So just stop lying and saying you agreed because you didn't agree, but you said you did, but you didn't at the same time. See, that is not something that anybody has to listen to and believe you when you say two things that contradict each other. And those particular things are not within the world of boxing. You are no more expert in recognizing a liar than anybody else just because you're a boxer. You jab. You can recognize the skills of a boxer Probably more so than somebody that does not box. But you cannot recognize a liar any more or less than anybody else just by the simple fact that you're a boxer. Because we deal with liars every day in the real world. And you catch people that are lying, no matter what it is, it's the same type of thing you're doing. It's still a lie. If you're in church, you can catch somebody lying in church. If you're in school, you'll catch somebody lying at school. They tell the same type of lies. Same type of lie. A lie is a lie is a lie. If you say two things that cannot be true at the same time, you're lying. Either that's a lie or that's a lie. Or they're both lies. But they cannot both be true at the same time. You cannot say that you agreed to everything, but yet you didn't fight the guy. You didn't agree to it at the same time. So when you do that, it makes everybody walk backwards. It makes people walk backwards over everything else you say and look for every other inconsistency that you do, that you have. Like my son last night. Said some things, but he didn't say some things. So I know he went somewhere that he did not intend for me to know that he went. But I know that he went there because I have ways of knowing. Like the fact that you said this, you said that, but you didn't say this and you didn't say that. And I look in a trash can and you said you were going where? Then why is this food from there? If you got this food, how did you get this food? Because this food is located over there. The food you said you were going to get was located over there. So where's the food located here? Where's the trash? Right? Anyway, what's going on, Mark Cardenas? How you feeling, brother? Hey, man, as we got people flowing in the chat, we will let people come on, but we got 300 people in the building and only 109 likes. Can we get it, man? Can we get it? What's going on, LZ? What's going on, LZDBZ Games in the brother? What's going on, man? Charles Coleman in the building. What's going on? One-time Thurman KOs for life. Yeah, we'll see. A Collision Conversion said Boots is going to take Bud's position. He's bigger, faster, stronger. He has way more effective from switching stances, and he's equally yoked from both sides. Bud is going to have to fight him to hold on to his belt if he plays around. So I am more confident that we're going to get the Errol Spence Jr. fight because that guy is going to get ordered to fight that man. Because Virgil Ortiz, I did a video about it yesterday. Virgil Ortiz is leaving the WBO rankings, provided unless they did not mean to follow through with that particular order that they requested. Avery 81st says, shout out on the video, OG. I put time and energy. I put time and money in. I give my followers while I can smell it. I can smell. Oh, give me my flower. Hey, man. Yes, sir, man. I want my shout out on the video, OG. Yeah, man, definitely. Good video, man. Thank you, brother, for your support, Avery 81st, for sure. Yeah. But you put your video in, that's the thing, man. Cats can watch it. They're gonna say what they want to say about it. Andre Ward is not a fanboy, brother. And Andre Ward is a big brother. Andre Ward is not a fanboy. Andre Ward is a grown man who is overprotective, in my opinion, of Terence Crawford. This has nothing to do with Andre Ward himself. But dude, Tim Bradley jumped up off of that. Like I said, Tim Bradley jumped up off of that. You like Terence Crawford. He likes Terence Crawford, and he's going to defend Terence Crawford. And that's cool, bro, but you got to sit back and be like, look, man, you're not going to get him out of that. You know what I mean? He said, Fanon, if you don't have a great memory. What do you mean, Wesley Ruffin? I'm not sure what that means. But no, he's not a fanboy, man. He's a Hall of Fame fighter, a great fighter, a very, very smart guy. But you just need to get out of the way of Bud, brother, because you can't tell people not to talk about him. That's not your lane. That's way outside of your lane. And Bud talks a lot. People are not guessing. You literally have the head of Showtime Sports saying things. You have Errol Spence himself saying things. You have Terence Crawford himself saying things. The cat is out the bag. It's just out the bag. You cannot put that cat back in that bag. Everybody saw it. You know what I mean? And it's just what it is. And the man is going to live with that until he fights Errol. If you fight Errol, you may get out of that. You think McGee is going to finally fight Charlo and GGG? No, I do not. Andre Ward is Bud, a very talented fighter who can never get the public praise and financial rewards that they probably deserve. I don't know, man. I think Andre Ward is a better fighter than Bud. And I think Andre Ward had very good fights. However, he never got the praise of the mainstream media. No, he didn't. But he also had never had mainstream media playing Captain Save-A-Hole with him either. Because Andre Ward ain't never ducked nobody. He's never been in a situation that situation. He had somebody else clout chasing him. He had your guy clout chasing him. Gennady Golovkin, but he's like, hey, tell the truth. You ain't trying to move up here and fight me. No, Andre Ward is a real deal. Andre Ward ain't never ducked nobody. Andre Ward fought Kovalev, and he fought Kovalev twice. Andre Ward is an incredible fighter, man. And to me, looking at him as a person, he's a very bright guy. Seems like he's a very, very honest guy, a loyal guy. And it seems like Terence Crawford is his friend. That's not my problem. It's not my problem. Hey, oh, no worries, brother. My man T. Orlando Pearson said, appreciate the unblock. Yeah, man, I'm glad I got to get you there, brother. Counselor. Glad I was able to get you there, counselor. Thank you very much, man. And good luck with those junior associates, man. Get them on their money. Yeah, Oh, sorry, Fanon. If you tell the truth, you don't have to have a great memory. Exactly. You don't. If you tell the truth. My man, hey, much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, man. Thomas Jones said Michael Ray Bud will fight. Michael Ray Bud will fight anyone if the money is right. I promise you that. And my money's on Bud. Well, I don't know why you promising that, man. And man, according to these sources, he got a $10 million offer and turned it down on a guarantee. Dude, that is you. It's $10 million guarantee. If that is true, and I will say if that is true, because that's fair. However, seeing as everything else these other people said wound up being exactly the case, and there has to be some reason that it went down to nothing, and Errol got nothing. You know full well they're not going to tell Errol, they're not going to pay Errol any upfront money for just out the gate. Just out of the gate. And see it, and I would always ask the question, like, how did you get from no money? How did you get from asking from $22 million to no money up front? It's like you're negotiating against yourself. How did that work? But that makes more sense. If you go from you want 22, they say 5, you go to 15, they go to 10, they go to 8.5, or they go to 8.5, you say no, they go to 10, they already moved from 8.5 to 10, you're still on 15, you won't take anything less than 15. So then they say, okay, well, we won't do any guarantees for anybody, and we'll just do it straight out of that. We'll just negotiate a straight up percentage purse. Right there, those dudes should have known Bud was not taking the fight. Right there. That's big. 10 million guaranteed with the back end. That's a lot of money, brother. And that's a fair deal. That's no, he didn't offer me anything. And bro, if you don't think these people are going to come out with this information, with all of this stuff that Bud said, you guys are nuts. If you leak every detail, you know they're going to leak their details too, because you leaked everything that made them look bad. So they're going to now leak the things that where they can adjust their reputation because of the things that your team leaked. And everything is out there. And then Bud wants everything. Hey, the next time, let's make the negotiations public. Man, okay, you really don't want to fight. You really don't want to fight. Anyway, what's going on, Mr. Jason said, good morning, Fanon. Keep the great work and keep us up to date with the real info. Hey, man, I'm going to let you know what's out there. Just like every other, just like another sports fan, boxing fan. You know what I mean? Brian Weiss, I could see the PBC and Al and Arrow caving into they caved into a lot of them. If Arrow got all the way to no money up front and is dealing purely off projections of what's in the back end, but you can't drive them completely off a guarantee and then go out in public and say how they offered you no money up front. Man, that's like, man, you guys think this fight's going to get made. I don't believe it. Bud is a businessman. So what? So what? Bud is a businessman. You know how many businessmen are in jail for fraud? What do you mean he's a businessman? Anyway, Bud, Mike Kirkland said, do you think Crawford will retire before he fights Boots or Spence? I honestly, I don't know. But I think that if they play their cards right, with the WBA, with the WBO, he's either going to have to fight Jaron Ennis or he's going to have to fight Errol. Because, like I said, Virgil Ortiz is going to be out of that ranking system. Because the WBA ordered the fight to take place between he and Stanionis. Since that fight has to take place, win or lose, Virgil Ortiz is not going to be the mandatory for the WBO title. Win or lose, he won't. Because if he wins, he'll be the WBA regular champion, which means he leaves the WBO rankings. If he loses to Stanionis, then he's going to drop in the WBO rankings because he's lost. He will not stay above Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis will move to number 1. And everybody else that's in that ranking, every other one of those guys in that ranking system for the WBO has another fight or they've been suspended. Like Conor Benn is suspended. He's number 4. Keith Thurman is number 3, but he is the mandatory for the WBC. Jaron Ennis is number 2. And he's not going to get the mandatory. He's not going to get that mandatory with Errol Spence Jr. for at least a year. So Jaron is not going to get a championship shot. He will be in that ranking system. So when that hearsay, so what? Hey, watch it here. Hear me say this. Hear me say this. Hear me. Where you go, boy? Hear me say this. Get out. Not interested in you. Hearsay. Nigga, what are you, a judge or something? Hearsay. This ain't the court of law, partner. This is not the court of law. Hearsay counts in the court of public opinion. You're not Judge Judy, punk. You're not Judge Judy. So, Judge Judy, skip it. That's hearsay. This is not hearsay, by the way. This is not hearsay. Just so you know. Because he'll be either way. Either he becomes a WBA regular champion or he loses and he's going to drop in the rankings below Jaron. He's not going to stay above Jaron coming off of a loss. He's going to drop in the rankings if he loses. So if he wins, he's out the rankings. And if he loses, he's dropping below Boots in the rankings. And all Boots has to do is petition for the mandatory. And that mandatory is going to be due around April. Because I do believe it was in November. I do believe it was in November it was in November of last year that Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter. And as the WBO super champ, you get 18 months. Not 12, so 18 months. 18 months it's in April. Because that was in November. So roughly April, May. Yes, I did call him one. I did. Because I get tired of people saying hearsay. So what if it's hearsay? You're not a judge. We don't have rules of evidence. Okay? We don't have any rules limiting our testimony. Okay? Sounds cute means nothing. Yeah, I did. And I'm sorry for calling them that if that's not true. But dude, I'm get tired of calling people idiots. Oh, that's hearsay. Dude, you're not a judge. So what if it's hearsay? My wife told me that you said something. Well, you didn't hear me. It's direct to me from her. I'm the judge. So if somebody tells me that somebody told them and that person it's not hearsay to me. If I tell you what that person says, that is hearsay to you, but it's not hearsay to me because that person is saying, oh, I heard this direct from the source. So for me, that's not hearsay. However, I tell you what that person said, for you, it's hearsay. So I don't even want, just why I'm saying, stop playing lawyer, brother. Stop paying attorney. Because we're not in a court of law. So you can kick rocks with that. Caden Butler in the building. Thank you, brother. And my man, Herbert Johnson in the building. Thank you, brother. He says, salute Fanon. Blessings to the chat, a.k.a. the neighborhood. I've been working a lot of overtime, so I've been missing some shows, but here's to pay my weekly tithes. Thank you, brother. John Boy, Lone Star Steph, Mike K in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for that support. He said, no, it's Bob Arum to get him out. Oh, he said, no, and no Bob Arum. Oh, and no Bob Arum to get him out of it either. Exactly. And no Bob Arum to get you out of it. Now, if it was Bob Arum there, they probably would make something happen. But Bob Arum can't get you out of it. You got to get it out of you yourself. It ain't happening. Mike Curtin says, shout out to Herbert Johnson. Yes, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. So, yeah, the Boots is up next. And if you don't fight Errol, it's Boots. Go fight Boots. You're not going to get $10 million for Boots. All you're going to do is get a hard time. All you're going to do is get a hard time, bro. Out of that kid. You know what I'm saying? All you're going to do is get a hard time out of that kid. And you better believe it, he don't want to fight that guy. I don't believe it for nothing. And then go ahead and let Errol fight Boots for undisputed. They will get that off quick. Yeah, nowhere to run with that one. Nowhere to run now that Virgil's not there. Because before it was, oh, we go fight Boots. That's your mandatory. That dude's about to be your mandatory. And he's going to be your mandatory. No, Boots will not be an easier fight. It's not an easier fight. Boots Boots ain't no easier fight than Spence, in my opinion. No, that could be very much a harder fight for him. Because, dude, Errol, at least you think you know what Errol's going to do. At least with Errol, you think you know what he's going to do. You don't know what Duran's going to do. And you're not just going to catch him like that. You're not just going to catch that dude like that. Like, at least with Errol, you think, okay, man, if he's got a little hole, he can hit him with something, and he can try to jump in there and finish him. That's not going to happen with Boots. Duran Boots Ennis is too big, too fast. It's not going to happen. And he's a lot smaller than him. A lot smaller than him. A lot. And my understanding is that Terence Crawford is a lot smaller than Errol, too. Like, just standing in front of him. Because I've seen both of them. Terence Crawford is a lot smaller than Errol. He's going to be a lot smaller than Duran Ennis, because I think Duran Ennis is bigger than Errol. Crawford's resume has finally trapped him. Look, that WBO trapped him, because he's got to take that mandatory. And that mandatory is going to be Boots. Unless Boots loses. If Boots loses his next fight, then maybe. But Keith Thurman is not going to jump that dude. Keith Thurman's not going to jump. He's not going to jump Duran in the WBC rankings. Conor Benn, who would probably be the most likely that they would do that nonsense for, just got caught on performance enhancing drugs, and that dude is about to do a bid. You're not going to see Conor Benn for like 2 years. He's got to show cause not to get dropped in the rankings. But dude, they're not gonna license any fight with him. The British Boxing Board of Control is not going to license any fight with him. You know? Thurman won't even say Boots' name. He doesn't have to say Boots' name. He does not have to say Boots' name. Ryan and Tank did what Crawford and Spence should have done for the sake of us loyal boxing fans. Look, dude, I think, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta did what Terence Crawford should have done. I don't like that's their opinion. That's fine, whatever. Who cares? Well, not who cares, but that's their opinion. Devin Haney has back-to-back fights lined up. So was he supposed to not take the fight for a year and a half? Devin Haney's got a fight with Vasily Lomachenko coming up. He's got a fight with Vasily Lomachenko. Why? And then after that, he's probably got if he stays at the weight class, he's going to have a fight with Shakur Stevenson. Why would Gervonta Davis wait around? for that. That's just, it is what it is. Jay Burton says, stop hating on Crawford. I never started hating on Crawford. I like how you guys just come up with this hating stuff. I'm not hating on Terence Crawford. I'm telling you the fact. Come on, and if you don't fight Errol, you more than likely going to get in a position to have to fight Boots. Unless you unless you fight back-to-back tomato cans. Unless you get 2 voluntaries. They give you another quick voluntary. And guess what else? That particular fight is going to go to purse bid. That fight is going to go to purse bid. If you can't find somebody to bid a lot of money on that fight, more than likely the PBC is going to win that purse bid. And if the PBC wins that purse bid, then you're going to be fighting over there on Showtime anyway. But you're going to get a 75-25% cut with Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? So, and maybe no cut of that pay-per-view. I don't even know what happens with a pay-per-view. What happens with a pay-per-view with a purse bid? If there's a purse bid, you get paid your purse. They own the fight. They may be able to take the pay, may be able to put that thing on pay-per-view and keep the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how that works when you have to or you drop the belt. And then Terence, then Gervonta fights somebody for that belt. And when Gervonta gets that belt, then boom, what happens? Errol gets to fight Gervonta. Or they do something like they order Errol and Gervonta for the fight. Nah, bro, that telling you, man, hey, man, that slick stuff, I'm telling you, getting slick. Y'all know what I think. I think the universe don't like it. Personally. Hey, much love to my man. God dang it. I was going to say 007, but I mean Soda Black in the building. He said, thanks for the name drop in the short. Oh, all day, brother. All day, brother. Thank you, brother. For you, man. Soda Black in the building. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you for that support. What black fighters does Devin Haney fight? Yuriokas Gamboa. Hey, what's going on Knockout Boxing 86 TV? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Absolutely good to see you, brother. Paul, you're funny. I see Andre Ward winning you too. But anyway, man, it's funny, man. Good. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, man. Hey, I be seeing you, man. Good. You do really good work, man. You're a bright guy, man. Mr. Henderson say, for 9, if Crawford would have retired today, would he be a Hall of Famer? Me personally, I think he hasn't done enough. What do you think? I mean, I don't know, man. He'll probably get in. But I mean, he'll get in eventually, I think. I think he'll get in there eventually. I mean, honestly, I don't even really want to think about it. Gamboa is the token black fighter in 135. Yeah, man, he bought Yuriokas Gamboa. Yeah, Yuriokas Gamboa is the black dude he fought. Gervonta fought too. Yuriokas Gamboa and Rolly Romero, but they keep saying they don't fight black fighters. I'm telling you, that's just a light-skin bias. It's a light-skin bias. You know what I mean? This is like, that's all that is, brother. That's a light-skin bias. Because those dudes are black. You know what I mean? So I don't get why people keep saying that he doesn't fight black fighters when he literally fought Yuriokas Gamboa and Rolly Romero in that weight class. Both of them are black fighters. Okay? And to boot, Rolly Romero is not only a black fighter, he's an American citizen. Right? Is he Latino? For sure. Yeah, he's Cuban, he speaks Spanish, all that good stuff. The next guy he's fighting, Hector Garcia, is black. He's about to fight a black fighter. Now shout out to the Dominicans out there to say y'all ain't black. You have the right to say that. Okay? You have the right to say that. Just like I got a right to say this. That dude right there, Hector Garcia, is black. Look like a black dude, walk like a black dude, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. He's about to fight another black dude. So it's back-to-back black dudes. How many? But I guess you got to be from where? You got to be from the United States to be black? No. You got a whole continent of black people over there in Africa. Okay? The whole continent full of them. And they ain't from the United States and don't speak English. The whole black ran through him. I'm just saying, man, Rolly's black. What you want me to say? Man, they all El Negros. Yeah, exactly, bro. Dude, how can you say you need to fight a black fighter when this man he just fought a black fighter and he's about to fight another black fighter? Devin just fought a white fighter twice and is about to fight a third white fighter. That's 3 fights in a row that he will not be fighting anybody that is Negro at all. Okay? Because Vasily Lomachenko, that's no Negro. Man, Rolly black. Stop acting like Rolly ain't black, man. I got to throw y'all out for doing Rolly like that. Y'all ain't got the right to name that man. That man say he black. That man looks black. Passes the man, please. Anyway, I ain't trying to hear all that. You know what it is. He's like on his he's on his second black fighter in a row. And Devin has fought 3 European fighters in a row. 3. And before that, before they said, hey, yeah, he can. There's a bunch of them boys that can fight. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. The whole bunch of those dudes can fight, man. For sure, those dudes can fight, man. Tank is 29. Devin is, so what? Now he's 29. Did he just have a birthday, bro? Hold on. You putting ages on. You putting a year on him real early, ain't you? Hold on. Gervonta Davis. Y'all just so dishonest, man. You just slapped a year on that dude. Hold on. Oh, did he just turn 30? No, he's 28. He just turned 28. Isn't that 28 years ago? 22 plus 6 is 28, ain't it? Yeah. That man just turned 28. You trying to slap a year on him, bro. That man that's why y'all be so dishonest, man. How you going to try to slap another year on? Because Devin turned a year older, you're going to try to slap a year on. Dude, that dude is 24. That dude is 28. But Devin's only, man, who cares? Devin's got more fights than he does. Devin has more fights. And Rolly has fought. Devin has, guess what? Gervonta has more fights, and he's fought more black fighters. He has less fights, and he fought more black fighters than Devin has. More. And Devin has fought more Mexicans, more Latinos than Gervonta Davis has. But you guys got some funny negatives, bro. You got some funny narratives. How many undefeated fighters did Devin beat? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Who cares? Devin Haney has all the belts. Man, y'all be trying to find these obscure little accomplishments, man. Devin Haney has all of the points. Dude, this is my point. Vontae, my point is shut up. My point is shut up. That's my point. I'm talking about Gervonta. I'm not talking about Devin Haney. He's not even the subject matter. I don't have any point related to Devin Haney because you keep bringing him up. You keep bringing him up. Y'all keep bringing him up. I'm not even talking about him. My point was that the man is not 23. He's 24. And Gervonta Davis is not 25. He's not 29. He's 28. That was my point. And it was very, very straightforward. But, bro, I don't care about what Devin is doing right now. I want to talk about what Gervonta is doing. You always trying to attach everything what Gervonta does to Devin Haney. Oh, well, Devin, he can't fight because he didn't fight. He needs to wait around and fight Devin. God dog, how long he got to win? How long he got to wait? That, like I told you guys were before. Well, Devin want to fight him right now. Does he? I thought he had a fight with Kambosos. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to take it. He's got a fight date for Kambosos, doesn't he? No, well, you know. Think tick-tock. He fights Kambosos. Guess what? I said before he fought Kambosos, he's got to fight Lomachenko next. Well, man, he wants to fight Devin. He wants to fight me. He wants to fight Gervonta. But he's got to fight with Lomachenko. Well, he ain't got to take it if he really don't want to. Yes, he does. He's over there with Top Rank. He signed a deal with Top Rank and knew Lomachenko was a part of it. Fanon, why don't you talk about him more? We aren't that monster. No, you guys bug me. That's why I don't talk about him more, because you guys bug me. You got this whole fantasy world going on with Devin Haney that is just not necessary. You guys live in a fantasy. You guys have a fantasy reality for this guy, and I don't want to deal with it. It does not matter if he was the youngest guy ever in the four-belt era. Dude, the four-belt era is not a real era to begin with. And number two, it is 12 years old. It's literally 12 years old. He's the youngest guy to do it in the last 12 years. 12. How more just, God dang, what's the word? God, what's the word, man? Just not ad hoc, just how random a fact do you want to bring up, bro? Like, it's just silly. Well, Gervonta's never fought anybody. Devin ain't never beat nobody. If Gervonta's not beating anybody, Devin hasn't beaten anybody. What? Well, yes, he did. He's the youngest four-belt champion. Who did he beat? A guy you called a bum the entire time. The guy that when he was going to fight, for the entire time he was going to fight Teofimo Lopez, you called the guy a bum the entire time. He's trash. He's a bum. Teofimo's ducking Devin because he's fighting this bum. You know, it's mandatory. But then as soon as that guy wins, oh, he's ducking Devin. He's ducking Devin. He's ducking Devin. He's ducking. Then he fights him. Well, he did. He was ducking him. He never ducked him. What do you mean he was ducking him? No, he didn't want the fight. He was forced into the fight. Why was he forced into the fight? It wasn't as mandatory. He could have fought anybody he wanted to and waited around for Lomachenko. He didn't do that. But he wanted to duck, though. If he, man, you don't give anybody credit but Devin. So look, man, leave me alone. That's all I got to say. I know Devin is an excellent fighter, brother, but I don't need all of that. Jerron and his fans are not doing that. They're not doing it to that level. Nowhere near that. Okay, so you guys just get on my nerves. What can I say? Get on my nerves. Devin doesn't get on my nerves. You all get on my nerves. Now Gervonta's supposed to sit around 2 years and not fight anybody until Devin's available so that you can turn around and say he ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? You guys have the whole world in a damn if you do, damn if you don't type of situation. If Lomachenko fights Devin, oh, it's because he was forced. Oh my God, they pulled him down. The only reason they took Lomachenko out of the pound for pound is because they wanted to make Devin look bad. But I thought Devin said he shouldn't be in there. I thought Devin said Lomachenko shouldn't be in there, and I should. So they take Lomachenko out and they put him in, and you still complain. You guys complain too much. Full-time complainers. Like, full-time. Everything is bad, no matter what. Like, the dude, literally, you could tell somebody that when you tell somebody to do something, they do it. And then you penalize them for doing what you said they should do in the first place. Stop. You're overcooking it. Stop it. You're overcooking it. You're overcooking it. You don't need that. He is not put upon. But anyway, like I said, I am moving on from that conversation. Okay? Because he is fighting Lomachenko. And when the fight comes up with Lomachenko, we will see what happens with the fight with Lomachenko. Because guess what? Lomachenko's not ducking him. But he didn't have a choice. Yes, he does. He has a choice of not fighting him at all. Yeah, absolutely. You overcooking that. You overcook it. But anyway, Finalte Salty Tank fights just overshadow Haney and Loma. That's all it's about. Look, man, Gervonta Davis has 2 really good fights coming up. The Hector Garcia fight is a very good fight. It is a dangerous fight for Gervonta Davis. That is a highly skilled fighter who is going to come thinking he has a chance to win. I like the fight. Ryan Garcia is a knockout artist. You can get clipped by Ryan Garcia and go to sleep. This man is doing exactly what you said he wouldn't do, and he's doing what you said he couldn't do because the PBC is broke. How is the PBC broke if they just made all of these fights? You guys have been slinging a lot of mud around. Yeah, Hector Garcia should definitely not be slept on. I didn't think, I was like, what? Dude, that's a hard fight, just like the Mario Barrios fight was a hard fight. Man, when he fought Mario Barrios, like, man, he's fighting Mario Barrios. Dude, this guy's way bigger than him, man. Look at the size difference between the two of those guys. And he's legitimately a top-notch fighter at 140 pounds who had a hard time making 140 pounds. Sean Clark in the building. What's going on, brother? He said, we have to put respect on Haney's name, but some fans cry and hate all the time. He had the easiest route to undisputed in the four-belt era. Dude, he got 4 belts in one fight. And he got it earlier than he would have if he would have had to wait for Vasily Lomachenko to fight for it. It's ridiculous. So, like, please stop crying for the guy. But I understand you guys are in promotion mode. But switch the story, okay? Sit together all in a room. Bill, all of y'all sit in a room and figure out, okay, now that we're at the next level of his career, what do we do? What is the new message that we're going to pitch? Because we can't keep pitching that everybody's ducking him. Because it's just factually not true. Okay? He has fights that he has to make. You keep acting like he has a choice. When no matter what it is, he winds up going back to what he originally had scheduled. Anyway, I'm getting sick of that, man. So it is what it is. Devin looked like, I don't know. That's on you. Hey, is there another tough fight for Tank that's getting overlooked? Yeah, there's Frank Martin and there's Michelle Rivera. There's 4 tough fights. There is Hector Garcia. There's Ryan Garcia. There is Frank Martin. And then there's Michelle Rivera. All of those are very good lightweights. All of those are tough fights. All of them. And all of those guys are people that Devin will not be fighting. Right? That Lomachenko will not be fighting. That Shakur Stevenson will not be fighting. Yeah, they're all with the PBC. Right? Just like everybody that Devin and Shakur and Lomachenko are going to be fighting are all with Top Rank. It's no difference between the two. The only issue is that those guys have all the belts. That's it. Except for the WBA regular belt, which is the only one these guys have, is the one that Tank has. I don't know when Andy Cruz's debut is. He was supposed to be earlier, but he couldn't get out the country. You know, hey, Fanon, did you see Gary Russell Jr. posted his IG that he may be returning, that he'll be making a return in 2020? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I hope. No, I didn't hear that, though. That's good, bro. Yeah, De Los Santos is out there, too. Like, man, there's a bunch of good fighters, man. And ain't nobody fought. We're getting to the point where these guys are fighting each other. But you guys give people credit for wanting to fight people. Oh, you wanted it. Yeah, okay, wanted it. Talk to me when he gets it. Talk to me when it happens, man. Anyway, my man Brian Newsom said, get him for 9, get him for 9, get him for 9, get him for 9. Hey, watch this. Devin Haney. I know you're listening, Quincy Carter. Well, no, he may be gone for the weekend. I know you'll be listening, Quincy. So you can just jump on in. Because I guarantee we ain't got 300 likes. Right. So we got 266. We got 500 people in the building. Man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for your boy. And thank you to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App. Really is what makes the channel be able to continue to go. Thank you, brother. We out here working every day for a reason. Thank you so much for your support, man. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to get back on this, but I will. Somebody said that they wanted smoke, so I'll put it'll be a little smoke day. It'll be a little bit. Not a lot, because I don't believe y'all really want it. So there's your link, Mr. Simeon, that I said I would let you have. Go ahead and hit that link, Simeon. Go ahead and hit that link, Simeon. Man, I would love to have a co-host for Saturday, though, for Sunday. But anyway, any word on Buzz undercard yet? No. Puff, puff, pass. Oh, my God, man. I swear sometimes I miss that. Sometimes I miss that. But I also miss that I don't do that. I'm also happy that I don't do that. But sometimes I miss it. No joke. Sometimes I miss it, but I don't miss it that much. Jeff Campbell in the building. What's good? I'm chilling. You know what it is. I'm all good, man. It's Sunday morning, and I'm talking boxing, man. We got 500 people in the building. We chopping it up, you know, during a time where ain't nothing going on in boxing, really. So, you know, it's all good. But the undercard, I hope they don't have an undercard. Yeah, Michael Dimps for sure. Hey, man, I hope that they don't. Oh, is it legal for now? Not where I am, but it's not a matter. It's my health. I can't do it. I cannot do it. That stuff makes me very, 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 very paranoid. And if I do that over a period of time, bro, I'll be in a hospital. No joke. I've learned that, bro. I had to kick. I've never had a problem when I was not on that. But if I get stressed, and trust me, I will do that in a chain. And I'll wind up sick. So I just can't do it. Like, I know what it is for me. It's that. So I just can't do that. And it's unfortunate. Maybe when I get older, like 70 or something, and I can't, you know, and it don't matter. I just sit around the house and be and I don't have any worries on my head, then maybe. But now I can't do it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work for me, bro. Panero, he said, that the paranoia goes away after a week. Yeah, it takes about that long for it to go away. But man, I don't want to be paranoid no more, bro. I can't afford it. I can't afford it, brother. I can't afford it. Quace in the building. He said, for now, what? My guy, for now, what's up? Waiting for you to lose this $500. Excuse me, $495. Waiting for you to, because I'm going to count this towards that L you about to take with Ryan Garcia and Gervonta, man. I'm gonna do that. E Snooty always asks me, y'all keep asking me this. My pound for pound, I don't like doing pound for pounds. But if I got to give my number one pound for pound fighter right now is Errol Spence Jr. My number 2 pound for pound fighter right now is Jermell Charlo. My number 3 pound for pound fighter right now is Arthur Beterbiev, or is Gervonta Davis. My number 4 pound for pound fighter right now is Shakur Stevenson. My number 5 pound for pound fighter is Jermell Charlo. Did I have Jermell Charlo up there? Let me do it again. Hold on one second. I'm going to write this down. 1 is the E double. 2 is Jermell. 3 is Gervonta. Number 4 is Shakur. Number 5 is Jaron. Number 6 is Beterbiev. Number 7 is Inouye. Monster Nui. Number 8 is Devin Haney. Number 9 is Stevie Fulton Jr., Steve Fulton. And number 10 is David Benavidez. I have all steroid abusers off and all ducks. I'm not putting anybody on there that ducks. Nah, Usyk is a heavyweight. Fury's a heavyweight. I don't do heavyweights. I don't do steroid abusers, and I don't do ducks. If you are caught in a blatant duck, I got to snatch you off of there because you don't want to prove it. Nah, I got to snatch him for ducking. Got to snatch you for ducking. It's kind of like steroids in reverse. Like in steroids, with steroids, you're cheating in a fight. With ducking, you're cheating us out of a fight. See what I'm saying? So like you're checking, you're yeah, I did. I got Jermel at number 2. I got Jermel at number 2. I got Gervonta at number 3. I got Shakur at number 4. I got Geron at number 5 because I don't care what y'all think. I got Baturbiev at number 6. I got Inouye at number 7. I got Devin Haney at number 8. I got Stevie Fulton at number 9. And I got David Benavidez at number 10. Fanon, read my super chat. No ducking. Oh, let me stop. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I read your super chat. Oh, Quace, my bad. I did. Hey, take this screenshot. If Ryan loses, I'll give you $500 on Cash App. If Tank loses, you send me $500. Deal or no deal? No deal because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't think he'll show up unless he wins. So no, you're gonna have to be there that day, and you're gonna have to send me $500 in Cash App on that day, and I will not accept it. I will not reset. I will reject it. I will decline it, and it will go right back to you. So, Quace, let me be very, very real, because I don't believe you're not going. I don't want to get set up. If I accept a bet from you that day, you have to put the money. I'm going to be like Vegas. You're going to have to put your money down. If you put your money down, then I will not only reject it, then I will send you $500 along with that. Okay, I will reject your money. However, if he loses, I am cashing that money. We're going to do it like Vegas. You got to send me that money. You got to pay me up front. Because guess what? Because I'm going to be here. You know that. I've been here for 5 years. I've been here 5 years. I'm here every day. There's nowhere I'm not gonna abandon my channel over $500. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. So you know I'm not gonna abandon my channel over $500. You may duck and run over $500. Yeah, exactly. They show up that day. And if you don't get that money returned that day, my Cash App is swinging right here, but don't send me that money now. Do not send me that money now, because that fight is not for months. And I don't want that money in my bank account. Do not send me that money now. But it's right there. It's for non-INT. Just wait till the day. And I may reject your bet. I may turn around and say no. Because I'll be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Corey McGowan in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, bro. That's the only way I'll take a bet. With me, you got to pay up front in Cash App. And if I lose, I'll send it back. And then boom, I'll send you the money. But if he loses, hey, she must don't like money. Tank by D. Yeah, that's funny. Fahim Sator said, oh, nobody hit that link, by the way. I thought you said you wanted to smoke, Simeon. It's right there. Nobody, y'all generally speaking, don't want to smoke with me. I understand, though. I understand. I'm purposely behind in the chat for 9 is locked in 100. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, because y'all get on my nerves, bro. Yeah, people be capping. And they want you to pay up, but they won't be anywhere around when it's time to do it. So, like, I listened to BFTB, and BFT was doing that about somebody. Like, you said you bet me, but you don't want to pay. Nah, bro. If you want to do it, I got a Cash App. Put the money there. Put the money there. And then if you win, I'll return the money and I'll pay you. But ain't no way, partner. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way that I'm about to just pay you off of a bet if I don't know you're actually going to pay me if I win. Fanon, I should send you some of my fights. Maybe I'll get on the pound for pound list. You have to beat somebody. No, you don't. Then who didn't beat anybody? Errol beat somebody. Jermell Charlo beat somebody. Gervonta Davis beat somebody. Shakur Stevenson beat somebody. Jaron Ennis beat somebody. All these one are professional fighters, and they've already won. I don't have to wait until I don't have to use your criteria. I've seen Jaron Ennis fight a bunch of times. He got 29. He may got 28 fights. I don't have to wait around until he fights somebody that all you're going to do is turn around and say that they're nobody anyway. That man destroyed Thomas Delorme. That man destroyed Sergey Lipinets. Destroyed him. But you don't think that's good? That's not good enough for you? Mikey Garcia didn't run through Sergey Lipinets like that. And Mikey Garcia was on the pound-for-pound list. Sergey Lipinets and nobody, no, he's not. That's your problem. I'm going to tell you right now, that's y'all's problem. Who did Monster Inoue? And Monster Inoue beat a bunch of little midgets. You ain't got no problem with that. Oh, yeah, no worry. Hey, thank you, E. Snooty. Thank you, brother. I need to know that. They're going off the fake ESPN pound-for-pound list. They don't really know what the real definition is. Yeah, the definition is, for me, is the 4 different scoring criteria in boxing. Defense, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and clean, effective punching. And how well you are balanced between the 2 of those. I do not put heavyweights on there. And Tyson Fury is a drug cheat. So why in the world? Yeah, hey Simeon, you ducking the smoke, bro. I mean, seriously. You ducking the smoke, bro. It's right there. And you said it multiple times, so it's right there. Some fan bet BATB Ugas would beat Errol and ran off. Yeah, you got to pay up the money up front. It's like Vegas, bro. You can't run off on your bets with Vegas. If you bet in Vegas, you got to pay up front, don't you? You lose your money. They don't say, hey, you lost. Where's my money? No. They say, thank you very much. You lost. And they keep your money. So if you want to bet me, I'm going to keep your money. I ain't doing that. Y'all ain't suckering me. Because I can't go nowhere. You can change your name and be a completely different person. Y'all, all of a sudden, there won't be a Quace. There'll be somebody, some other name. You know what I mean? There'll be some other name. It'll be Clark Shaughnessy or something. Clark Shaughnessy be in the chat talking all kind of crazy. I'll never see Quace again. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same person. So no. In this environment, you got to pay first. We all gonna be Boots fans by the time next year? Yeah, man. I like Boots, man. I'm putting Boots on mine, bro. He said, you bet cash, you pay cash. Look, however you want to go. If you bet me and I accept it, because generally speaking, I don't bet. If you're betting me on this channel, you got to pay up. Because I have a friend that conned me out of my money, and I'm still mad. I'm still mad 30 years later. I'm mad 30 years later. Because we bet this dude $50. I bet this dude $50 that the Saints would not get out of the first round of the playoffs. This dude didn't want to pay up because the Saints didn't get into the playoffs. It's like, bro, no, you said that they would get past the first round of the playoffs. If you don't make it into the playoffs, you didn't get past the first round, bro. Because you didn't get into it. I want my money. You welched on that bet. Shows a lack of character, bro. We bet early on. I said, man, they're not going to get out the first round. Man, I don't know it to you because they didn't get into the first round. I didn't say that. We didn't bet that they would win a first round game. It was not the bet we made. So I'm going to define the bet. You're going to pay the money first because I trust my integrity on paying bets. I tried. I tried it. Got paranoid. Oh, what is that? Yeah, that stuff is terrible. Anyway, nah, BF ain't get his bread in the 360. No, I just heard about it the other day. He's like, all right, cool. If you don't want to pay me, whatever. That's why I don't bet anybody. Nah, BFTB, you can bet somebody. Just make them pay you first. You got a Cash App, and guess what? If you Cash App somebody some money, you do not have to accept that money. You can say reject, and that money will go right back to their bank. But they cannot get the money back unless you reject it. So that's a real easy way to work yourself around. That's a real easy workaround, bro. So does anybody else want this smoke? This smoke is here. The smoke is here, partner. Smoke is here for you. Simeon, thought you said that's what's up. Not what up, huh? It's not what's up, huh? Said my mom smoked like a train. Yeah, my mother used to smoke a lot too. She smoked cigarettes. She didn't smoke, That. But she smokes cigarettes a lot. Yeah, Simeon was capping. Yeah, well, it is. It's all right, man. No worries, man. No worries. Oh, there isn't a bet. There was gonna bet me $500 that Ryan Garcia was gonna beat Gervonta Davis. If I wanted to lose $500, I would bet that. I would bet that on a sports book because I'm gonna get more than 500 back. I'm gonna make more than that. You know what I mean? If I do that, I get. Well, I don't know. Would you? We'll see. Corey McGowan in the building. What's going on, man? He said, King Disease 3, a nice cigar fan in the morning football later. What a Sunday. Oh, it's going to be good, man. This I don't watch football, but it's a good day. Sorry. Stay out of my business. Sorry about that. Yeah, I told him it wasn't that. that I know of. No, seriously, it wasn't that. Anyway, Beam Sator said in the way is going to get exposed as soon. Oh, in the way is going to get as soon as he fights an athletic black fighter. Watch. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Yeah, I know. That's funny. That's funny. Ohio Styler said, I can't understand that, Fanon. I have a friend who brought his daughter over to my house and damaged my daughter's makeup over $85 worth, and you still haven't paid me for what his daughter's done. Well, see, look, man, I can't get into that, but, you know, a little girl, I mean, you know, hey, if they say they're going to pay, they should pay. But like they say, you never lend money and expect to get it back. You know, if you bet a Big Keith, if you bet 500 on Tank, you get less back because he's the favorite. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you, Tony T. Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, you're right. Big Keith said, I don't want no smoke for nine, but I will throw a couple gallons of gas on the fire. Thanks, Big Keith. Much love on that super chat, bro. Thank you, man, for that support. Nah, you know what it is. I'm still very, very I'm still so disappointed in Terence Crawford stuff. And dude, you guys need to stop. Just stop defending him, man. Like, you in the corner of the wrong dude, man. Like, for real, just leave it alone, man, because you're gonna make me not be a fan of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, Andre, don't steal my fanship of you off of some nonsense that you know full well is ganky. If you pay attention to it and you think about it, it's ganky. And you know it is janky. It's janky. It's really ganky because he ganked him, you know, for that time and held up that dude's fight because it's not, but dude, your boy ain't being truthful with you. Maybe your boy ain't telling you the truth. Right? Just kind of like he said, they saw 50 Cent said, yeah, I talked to him. They said this fight's going to get done. He said, oh, this fight's done. It wasn't done. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen for sure, dude. That dude don't owe you no truth. You know what I mean? That man probably ain't giving you the truth. Zach, not over Bud, Andre. Because, dude, if he don't take this fight again, what you going to do? Now you're just hanging out there on a dude that you think everybody's just doing it to hate on him. It's not true. People have opinions, bro. And your boy out there looking bad. It's just what it is. You know? I'm not sold on Boots yet, probably because he makes it look too easy. We have unfinished business at 147. Yeah, man, it could be. I guess you do have to see what he's going to do in bigger fights. I do agree with that. I don't think that there's any problem with that. That is definitely true. At the same time, however, man, I'm not going to wait. I don't have to wait around, brother, because I've known pretty much every fighter that I've ever thought that of panned out. So I don't have a list. I've been watching boxing for a long time, man. The fighters like that usually pan out. And I really can't think of any fighter that was that talented that didn't pan out. Because the closest thing for me would be Adrian Bronner. That's the closest thing. But he moved up, but he panned out until he moved up 3 weight classes, until he went up to his 3rd weight class. At that point in time, you know, this is like, what is Gervonta going to do at 160? I don't know what he's going to do at 160. You know what I mean? If he starts fighting guys that are a lot bigger than him, that's always up for question. But what he's doing at 147, I don't really I don't think my eyes are lying there, man. I've not been wrong yet. So I'll take the chance. And waiting around, because seriously, man, Monster Inoue is still an eye test for me. He's still an eye test for me. Monster Inoue, still the eye test for me. Because I'm not that impressed by the guys he beat, the guys he fought and beat. I'm not impressed by that weight class at all, the whole weight class. You know, fun to watch, you know. Less rare mandatories will stop that fight from happening. Bud and Spence won't happen. Bad move by Bud. He should have signed, even though he wanted to tune up. Dude, they can probably still get it done next fight. They probably still can. I wouldn't doubt that they could. If he knocks off a mandatory, why wouldn't they? It'll probably cost money for step-aside money. However, I'm going to tell you that the mandatory, the same guy may very well be the mandatory for both of them. And that will be wild. And I mean it. Because they're first, with Virgil Ortiz in the WBA, I don't know for certain. There is a chance it may, but I don't know for certain whether or not the mandatory force that Stanionis has with Errol will transfer to Virgil Ortiz. And the reason that I say that is because Stanionis was not the WBA regular champion when that fight was ordered. It was a fight that was just ordered for whatever reason between Stanionis and Ugas. I'm not sure what that was, but it wasn't as a result of him being the WBA champion, because Stanionis was the mandatory before he became the WBA champion. Because you remember, Jamal James was the WBA champion, WBA regular champion. And after that, it became Butayev. Then Butayev fought Stanionis, and Stanionis won and became the WBA champion, WBA regular champion. But he had all that entire time, he was the mandatory for Yordenis Ugas. And because he took step-aside money from the Errol Spence Jr. fight, he became the mandatory for Errol, because I guess Errol agreed to it. But if he loses to Virgil Ortiz, that mandatory may not go to Errol. If that mandatory doesn't go to Errol, then what would take place? Then you have Virgil Ortiz, that's the champion, WBA regular champion, or he took a loss, which means his ranking is going to drop in the WBO. And then when that mandatory comes due, it is more than likely going to be Jaron Ennis that's the mandatory for that belt. And over here, he's the IBF man. He's the IBF mandatory for Errol. So because now Virgil Ortiz is fighting for a championship, dude. Pretty much the WBC, but the WBC mandatory, there you go, is Keith Thurman. So if he fights Keith Thurman next, that's the WBC mandatory out of the way. The only two mandatories left for Errol, for the only mandatories left for Errol, the IBF and the WBA. But the WBA is not guaranteed to transition to Virgil Ortiz. It's not guaranteed. It may, but it's not guaranteed. You may very well wind up a scenario where where Jaron is a mandatory for both Errol and Terence, if they play their cards right. Fanon, let's stop it. If they can get Tank and Ryan fight done, they can get Errol and Bud done in 2023. It's going to happen. Dude, no, why you say that? Do you know that Ryan Garcia ever turned down a fight with Gervonta Davis? You guys are mighty. I'm not going to stop that. The man turned down the fight. You want me to assume that he's going to take a fight that he just turned down? Why would I make that assumption? That man rejected the fight. Didn't he? Didn't he reject the fight? If you reject the fight, why would I think that you're going to accept it next time? There's no reason that you're doing wishful thinking. You're hoping that it will get done. I think if it happens, it's because Boots becomes the mandatory. Then that fight will happen. If they order that mandatory, if they say if Virgil Ortiz fights Stanionis and Gervonta Ennis becomes the number one guy with the IBF, then I believe Terence Crawford will fight Errol. Because that ain't David Avenation. And that ain't Sean Porter. Fanon, big money moves people to fight. It did not move Terence to fight this time. It didn't move him this time. Fanon, we already went through this. Keep hope alive. Hey, man. I don't need no hope. Okay? I hope. I don't even want to start on that hope stuff. Go ahead and have your hope. Much better to know. I had hope before until he pulled the rug underneath my hope. I don't believe. What's going on, Aisha? I don't do it, but I will believe it if Gervonta Ennis becomes the number one contender in the WBO. Then I'll believe it, because he's not going to fight. He's going to drop that belt or fight Errol for whatever they offer him before he fights Gervonta, because he's going to get more money to fight Errol regardless. And Gervonta, you could walk out of there embarrassed, and ain't no way in the world I believe he's going to fight Gervonta. And that is my belief. I could be wrong, but that's my belief. I don't believe he wants that kid. That kid right there is highly, highly, highly likely to beat him. Highly likely to beat him. Highly. Not kind of, highly. David McLeod in the building said, you are 100% right. Boots can sit back and possibly be the mandatory for both. Let's see what happens. Exactly. Whichever one orders it first. And they got the clout to do it. And they got the clout to do it. What's going on, Deborah Booker? How are you feeling this morning? Fanon, Bud calls himself a chess player. He's scheduled a fight with Avenation and is waiting for Errol to schedule a fight with the mandatory. Then Bud will cancel. Bud's a duck. Nah, he's not going to cancel that fight. He's not going to cancel that fight. I think they'll fight. Why wouldn't they fight? You know, I'm just waiting to see. Actually, I don't really care about the fight. But, you know, it's 20 days away. It's 20 days away. So let's get past it. And then hopefully we'll find out that Errol fights in January and not February. But who knows? But they're going to have to come around to a training camp. So it's going to be all of December. He's probably, February, probably that day they had February 4th. Hopefully they'll fight February 4th. You know? Who is going to pay Keith and Stanionis step aside? Y'all never answer that. Hey, man, Keith's going to get that next fight in February. I think that's going to happen. I don't think there's anything else really that Errol can do other than not take a fight or move up. But moving up, I don't see that. I hope that doesn't happen. Because I would love to see him be able to clear out a division. It's just unfortunate what's going on with Terence Crawford. Brandon House says, salute for 9. Good afternoon from Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, man. Shout out to Detroit. Hey, say good morning, Kirk Franklin. Hope you're having a great Sunday. You know what it is? Hey, man, I'm having a wonderful Sunday. I can't lie. I'm having a good day. I'm having a good time this Sunday. Fahim Sator said, Fanon, somebody said they shooting Bud's fight on an iPhone 14. Hey, man, I think they may have done the video that promo on that. They like, and that's terrible, man. Man, I'm some dude. I'd never get no smoke. I'd never get any smoke. Paul Battle said, Bud should drop the belt and continue working on maintaining his O. Sad. Look, if he retires undefeated and he does not fight Errol Spence Jr. or Gervonta Ennis, then that whole thing, that zero is a bad, very, very bad omen for boxing. I would no longer like fighters that retire undefeated. Because really, there's two that did it, whose records I respect. And that is that I really respect. And that's Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather. If Terence Crawford under this situation winds up being undefeated, ending his career undefeated, then it's going to be because you didn't want to fight your biggest challenger. And that it was going to be the legacy is zero. Hey, Planet 619 said, Fanon, you don't get no smoke every day, ever since Bill Haney. That's funny, bro, but I didn't know that was the day before that he said that stuff. I didn't know that. I don't listen to a lot of this stuff. I didn't know that. But yeah, man, it's tough. It's really tough, man, when there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. So you're going to run into stuff. He wanted to go to 154 for a while. He should have left, but his stalled career, F him. Hey, man. Hey, my man, Mr. McLeod in the building says, does Bud versus Amnesia even have an undercard? Not that I know of. It's probably going to be some local fighters from Nebraska. It's probably going to be some local fighters from Nebraska and Kansas City, I would suspect. Because they got some pros out there. They got some pros out there in Omaha, Nebraska. They got them in Kansas City. Maybe people that can drive there. People that are going to drive there and don't need hotels because they're not going to want to spend any money on any of that. Because you have to remember, Bud has total control over the purse strings. Nah, Keyshawn is fighting the same day. Keyshawn's fighting the same day, so it's not Keyshawn. You got to remember you have to remember if Terence Crawford got out of Black Prime what he asked for from the PBC, that means that they have to approve every dollar that is spent with Bud. If they have to do that, they're not going to get any undercard fighters. Because it means Bud is giving up money. Bud is literally paying for everything. So Bud is not going to want to pay their hotel fees. He's not going to want to be responsible for their plane tickets. He's not going to be want to be responsible. He's not going to want to be responsible for their purses. Because all of that comes out of his pocket because he's going to get because he gets paid out of the pay-per-view if Black Prime makes their money back. So with the way that is written, if that's true, then it's not in his interest to even let them have an undercard. Right? Because, hey, you got 5. How much is these guys making? Oh, well, this guy's getting 20,000. This guy's getting 50,000. This guy's getting 13,000. This guy's getting no. We're not paying for that. That's why you don't have. That's why have you seen Avancian and these guys get together in any type of city and have a face-off with each other? No, you haven't even seen them on a conference call together because that costs money. Right? You have to pay that. But, oh, no, you can't do that. Or, hey, man, I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. And it takes a week. And be like, oh, man, they went and they took another job. Why? Because we couldn't make our mind up about what we're going to do fast enough because we don't have any approval. We don't have any approval authority to do anything that we want to do. Right? I could make another observation, too, about what Bud may not be willing to pay for. Like, I'm trying to tell you, y'all wild boys, man. John Boy said, morning, shout out to everyone. Yes, sir. Shout out to everyone. John Boy in the building. Hey, said, someone said Bud got a local Omaha rapper to up for him instead of an undercard. Oh, man, I hope not. Man, yeah, that's wild, bro. But yeah, man, no undercard. Dude, I'm telling you, when people started talking, what's going on, John Bowie in the building? What's going on, brother? Always good to see you, man. Hold on, let me check this, even though I don't think there's probably nothing to check. But Sunday morning, thank you, brothers, for continuing to chop it up with this boxing with me. Hold on 1 second. Oh, no, my guy got me. My guy got me. 007 in the building. I got that. Sean Clark, salute to you for now. Salute to the Queen Sheena. Yes, sir. Mike Kirkland said for John Bowie, thank you, brother. Much love in that super chat, Mike Kirkland. Thank you, brother, for the support, bro. Hey, all of this chatter is null and void, regurgitated redundancy. Just holler at me December 10th when feces hit the fan. Can't blast him any more than already. Hey man, you're right, but seriously, yeah, I can, Rick. Rick, jump on the channel, brother. Let's talk about Gervonta, man. Dude, I tried to talk about Gervonta and they shifted the conversation to Devin, so I had to get off of that. Every time I try to talk about Gervonta, you got Devin Haney fans that think it's an opportunity to market Devin. So it immediately turns into a conversation about Devin Haney instead of Gervonta because they attack the conversation. Trust me, it's just what it is. And my man John Bowie said, "Hey, bro, Big Mike Kirk, yes sir, bro. Ain't no VADA testing. Oh, and the VADA testing, I don't know. Is there VADA testing? I don't know if there's any VADA testing. Oh, come on, mama. Don't do that. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I might be late, mama. It's my mama in the super chat said, see you Friday at 3. John has a practice, which means I may be a little late. I don't know what hold on one second. Man. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll be there at 3. Because it's 11 to 2. So we'll be at yeah, he's got to take a shower. We'll be home. We'll be there around 3 o'clock, mama. So yeah, that works. Angie's gonna be out of town, no, just so you know. Salute OG, what's going on? Just Do Boxing. Hey man, hit the link. Tim. So we can talk about Gervonta, bro. I can't get no smoke. OG. Oh, yes, sir. Zenith 360 said, we dealt with Spence being trash for 4 years. Ain't no joke. There's a lot of that going on, man. How much is Avalanche getting paid to fight Bud? I have no idea. Whatever it is, they said they paid up front, though. Whatever it is, they said that they paid up front. So it is what it is, man. They're going to get something, bro. Ain't nobody looking for Bud tickets. I got 2 going. I got 2 going for the 15. Really? Bloods from what he said. Tony said Bloods from Nebraska. Album title Real in the Cornfield. Come on, man. Rick Tim's in the building. What's going on, Rick?
What's up with it, Fanon?
Hey, man, I'm sorry, brother. I would love to be talking about Gervonta, but the Haney fans always keep pulling the conversation to why I should worship Devin Haney. I just can't help it, man. And it's so hard when your boy Bud just won't stop talking. It's tough. It really is. If he wouldn't say
anything, Bud steady digging his he's not even in the hole no more, man. He's in a crater. I mean, I can't take up for none of that mess, man. You know how I feel. I just want to see the fight, man. If he don't fight him, I can't back him any longer, man. That's how that go.
Yeah, man. I just want to let you know, brother. I'm trying to change the topic. I've been trying to change the topic, man. I really, really have.
Oh, but man, it's look.
Just, you know what it is. Terry, hey, thank you for joining the channel. Tammy.
Y'all see that little dog? You see this little dog that ran in the garage with me? I guess.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. But hey, Fanon, you caught me about to finish up my workout, man. I got about 20 more minutes. I'll hop back on after I finish up.
All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be on for maybe about another half hour though on Sunday. I'm gonna cut it a little early today. All right, brother. Yeah, I just want to make what y'all know, brother. I don't want to. Hey, John Boy said, man, we all warned everyone about what happened to Brian Norman. Don't do purchase because they don't do refunds. They all roll over. Oh, if I do buy the fight, which I probably will, John Boy, I will probably buy the fight, but I will be buying the fight like when I know that it is actually happening and there's no gankiness, nothing that happens, with it. But it is what it is. And John Boy back in that super chat says, that's not us hating. We just looking out for you guys. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, I'm going to buy. I don't even know if I'm going to buy it, man, seriously. But I probably will. I bought Floyd Mayweather Jr. against whatever that guy, Gacy, whatever his name is, and I watched that. And I paid $15 for that. But I think that probably may have a little bit more value than but I honestly, at the same time, I feel stupid buying the fight. Like I feel like he's just sticking his thumb in my eye if I buy the fight. You know what I mean? So it's just a tough thing all around, bro. Allison Anderson for 9. Tank is the golden boy of boxing. They all can get the smoke. No joke. Said, hey, Zenith 360, don't use your credit card for 9. Oh, for sure not. I'm going to use my PayPal card. I'm going to do my PayPal card. John Boy said 3 for Norman fight. 3 of Norman's fight got canceled. I one head. Yeah, for 9, stream it. I don't know. Can you stream it? I don't want to steal a fight, man. If I watch it, I'm gonna pay for it. If no joke, bro. If I watch it, I'm gonna pay for it. That's all I'm saying. Say you're rewarding ducking by paying for the fight. Yeah, but I just don't want. Look, let me tell you like a real story. When I was a young kid, man, I used to lie all the time because I didn't like my reality. I used to lie all the time. And at a certain age, I was like, you know what? I just don't want to lie ever. So I just don't want to. I don't want to lie. I used to, there was a time where, I remember going into the store like in 6th grade, 7th grade, and man, we used to just like seriously run through the store. Like, I mean, like we stole so much stuff out of these gas stations. It was crazy. Pockets full of candy. After that, I felt guilty. It's like, man, I don't want to steal no more. I don't want to steal from anybody. I don't want to run around telling lies. Like, it just doesn't make me feel good. So even though, I feel like he's spitting in my face with the whole situation, especially seeing as he talks about boxing fans being broke, I still don't want to do that to myself where I'm stealing this fight. Now if it's a fight that I cannot buy, right? Like something out in, say they were fighting in Japan and there's just no mechanism for me to pay for it. That's just how I feel, man. And I'm not going to let Bud change me and make me do something that I don't really feel comfortable doing it, man. Crawford admits he be stealing. Yeah, but I'm not Crawford, man. That's me. I got to do me. I'm not going to do stuff because I feel like they did it. Terence Crawford and Bud and those guys stealing Arrow's fight, that's just petty. You know what I mean? That's a sign of a very petty individual. If Arrow's out there fire sticking and not paying money, hey man, bro, don't watch it. But then again, you guys got to do what makes you feel comfortable. I'm just telling you that I will feel guilty doing it. John Boy said, I heard waiting for winter, then the North Pole will be frozen when they drive over. Exactly. No, much love in that super chat. Exactly, brother. Exactly. He said, Zenith 360 said, I'm not stealing or streaming it. I wouldn't watch it for free. Yeah, I may lean on I'm not watching it. God, dog, it's just a disgusting situation. It's a bad situation. But again, I just don't like doing that. For 9, Bud should try to fight in his hometown stadium, NFL football or NBA basketball to build up his ticket sales. It's just not going to work, man. It's a trash fight with no promotion. It's a trash fight that he doesn't even want to promote. I've not heard him speak for 5 seconds on this fight. It's all about it's the Arrow discussion the entire time. Is what I see. You know what I mean? That's what I see. What is this? Anyway, sorry about that. Hold on one second. My man John Bowie said, besides talk about this fight, honestly, they haven't spent a penny on the promo. Was Crawford just a fan profile? That's it. Yeah, pretty much, bro. Hey, look, man, for you guys on Twitter, I want to talk about something. Look, for y'all people that laugh Baltimore, Maryland, and think that's funny, dude, they put out a tweet, said 5-time world champion and boxing superstar Gervonta Davis returns to his native DMV area to face undefeated world champion Hector Luis Garcia in a high-stakes showdown on Saturday. And I said, I don't think Baltimore is in the DMV. Baltimore is not in the DMV. It is the DMV is the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. Because DC, before it was the capital of the United States, was part of Maryland. And they cut, and Maryland bordered Virginia. When they say the DMV, they are talking about that, like PG County. They're talking about like PG County, whatever that other county is right next to it, where like Silver Spring is, and then DC, and then they're talking about that portion of Virginia that borders DC. The DMV is that area, the DMV area, because a lot of the same people will live in DC, but they will also live a little bit over Montgomery County. Thank you. They will go a little bit over the border and live like in Silver Spring, or they'll live like, or Capitol Heights, Maryland, or they'll live over in Virginia, which is like immediately over it. DC is stateless, but it wasn't originally. Originally, the land was, they took the land out of Baltimore, out of Maryland. They took the land out of Maryland. It used to be before, because if you remember, there's a Liberty Bell, and the capital used to be in Philadelphia, I do believe. I believe that's why they have a Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, because that's where it used to be. But when they established DC as the District of Columbia, right? The District of Columbia as the capital, they annexed a small portion of the state of Maryland. But Gervonta Davis is not from the DMV. He is from Baltimore, which is 30 minutes away from the DMV. So please, y'all, don't, is Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, DMV it's not. So when the PBC said he's returning, it's not Delaware, it's DC. It's DC, Virginia, and Maryland and Virginia. Does Delaware in the DMV? So I don't think it's Delaware. How is Delaware? Delaware isn't there. That's not Delaware. Delaware is not, DC's not connected to Delaware. Delaware is up by Pennsylvania, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah, the Williams, also Williamsburg. Yeah, it was something like that. It was something else extra. Anyway, it's DC. It's DC, Virginia, and Maryland. It is not a DC, Baltimore. Yeah, but DC, no, it's not. It's DC, Virginia, and Maryland. It's if you ever live in DC, you'll know what I mean. Whole lot of people live in DC, and they go right across the border, and you're in Virginia. If you go 10 minutes this way, because DC's not very big, you go right over to this side, you're in Virginia. Then you're in DC. Then you're in Maryland. That's that area. DC, Maryland, Virginia is the DC is DMV. And trust me, people in DC will tell you that Baltimore is not part of the DMV. Baltimore is not. Baltimore is Baltimore. Baltimore is Baltimore. It's not part of the DMV. Yes, it's the DC metropolitan area, which is Virginia, Maryland, like Silver Spring, Maryland, and all of that. It's not, they don't include that. DC, New Jersey, Delaware, no. Oh, and that's not the DMV, bro. It's not the DMV. Baltimore is not in the DMV. And if you're in the DC and you think Baltimore, they will tell you in a minute that Baltimore is not in the DMV. Cats in the DMV got a lot of problems with cats from Baltimore. You know what I mean? Dude, let me tell you something. If you're in the DMV, go tell that to people in the DMV. Go tell people in the DMV. Go tell somebody in Dallas. Go tell somebody in DC that you're from the DMV. Because I said that all the time. I thought Baltimore is in the DMV. No, it's not in DMV. That is over there. It's the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. That's the DMV, bro. He said, yes, you're right. My family is from DC and Virginia, bro. I mean, no, you got your own city. You're not in the DMV. You're your own city. Just like Silver Spring has its own city, but it is in the DMV. I'm sorry, John Boy in the building. Go tell that to somebody from DC, bro. You live there. I live there. I give a shit where you live. I lived in DC for years. It's not the DMV. Baltimore's not in the DMV. Get your dumb ass up. You're out of here. I lived in DC for years. Don't nobody from DC say Baltimore's in the DMV. I live here, bro. Then go outside and ask somebody that's native to DC if they think that Baltimore is in the DMV. They don't say DMV. They don't. They say Baltimore is Baltimore. The DMV is DC, Virginia, and Maryland. And Baltimore is in the middle of the state, way past BWI. There's a gigantic swath of nothingness in between the DMV and Baltimore. If you're from that area, yeah, it's in Maryland, but that doesn't mean there's a lot of stuff in Maryland. Hold on. Watch this. Okay, Bel Air is in Maryland, bro. Baltimore is literally half a state away. Look at the map. It's literally a half a state away, brother. You have, and Bel Air is out there too, but that doesn't mean that not everything in Baltimore is in the DMV. But anyway, whatever. That Beltway you have 3 different jurisdictions in 15 minutes. I'm just telling you, I lived in DC. I went to school in DC for years. Every time I've ever mentioned to somebody in DC that Baltimore was part of the DMV, I got corrected. They'll say, no, that's Baltimore. Baltimore is different, and they seem to love it that way. The Baltimore dudes have never said they're from the DMV. They do not claim that they're the same area as DC. I've never heard that before. Shoot, thank you, mother. Much love, brother. My man, Sports Matchups, Dwayne said DMV is the subway line where the subway runs, and the subway does not run to Baltimore. You have to take an Amtrak over there, bro. Oh, if you're talking about that, if you're saying it's the yellow line, the green line, the red line, and all that, then it's definitely not, bro. I don't care what you say, dude. I've lived in Maryland, bro. It's the DC, Virginia, and Maryland area. Carl Horton said, you're right, Fanon. DMV equals the I-49 Beltway, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. One bridge has 3 lines. They said, because DC don't mess with them, be more. They don't. Like I'm trying to tell them, nobody from those guys do not say that. Cats from DC do not say Baltimore is in the DMV. And I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of times. I've said that around Baltimore people because I used to think that. I was like, oh, it's Baltimore, DC, and Virginia. But they're like, no, it's not the whole state. It's that area that you're living in, man. Eric Young said, for 9, you're 100% correct. I'm a Washingtonian. Baltimore. I'm a Washingtonian. Baltimore is no more DMV as is of it as Winchester, Virginia. Yeah, exactly. Or Richmond. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a Richmond. Yeah, it's a subway line, bro. It's not the DMV. Anyway, it is. Can you say boxing, brother? I don't like. Let me tell you something. God likes to talk boxing, bro. Just ask something related to boxing. We are talking about boxing because this is something where people are saying the fight that Gervonta Davis, who's a boxer, is from the DMV. He's not from the DMV. He's from Baltimore. That's an entirely different city. It's an entirely different area, and it's 30 minutes away. You know, but it is what it is. They sound alike, but even then their accents are different. You know, DC and Baltimore only click up in the feds. That's funny. Amtrak, oh my, when it comes to travel by bus, train, or plane, if you have any time, try that train because it's amazing experience. The scenery is epic and the amenities aboard are awesome. Yeah, you gotta take Amtrak out there, brother. You gotta take a train to Baltimore. That's to BUI. To BWI. And the BWI is in between Baltimore and DC. Whenever I fly into DC, I would fly into BWI because it's less expensive. He says Virginia Beach is DMV now. Stop it. Exactly. It's just not, man. It's not. It's not. They're not the same thing. But anyway, that Amtrak is live. Yeah, I used to love it, bro. Richo said they don't sound like us, Fanon. Not to y'all. But to anybody outside that area, you guys sound similar. Like people from Mississippi don't sound like people from Arkansas, unless you're from Chicago and you can't tell the difference. But yeah, I understand. I know that there's a difference between how you guys speak, but it's you guys are somewhat similar though. Just to be honest with you, you're somewhat similar. Eric Bowen said, Fanon, do you think Crawford signed an NDA? That's why he couldn't name the hedge fund? Nah. I just don't think he wanted to, because he would have been able to let them know that. I doubt that very much. Anyway, that stuff is all funny. That's all funny, man. All that stuff is funny. Fahim Sator, they definitely sound alike to the rest of us. Yeah. See, those guys, they don't sound like each other. To me, to people outside that area, you guys sound very, very similar. Eric Bowen said, appreciate the clarification. Yes, sir. Cats in DC don't like that. I'm just telling you. People in DC do not like that. Don't like calling that. But it's like being in New Orleans. People from the West Bank don't sound like people out east in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Even though there's not an out east anymore, when there used to be an out east, when there used to be people out east in New Orleans, I don't even think there is anybody out east anymore because that stuff got blown away by that hurricane. But you know what it is. Hold on one second, man. Making sure I'm checking this. Somebody just texted me. Carlos V, bro, what's going on, brother? Said had to bring it back up, but doubt Errol steals. I doubt Errol steals fight because he dang near be at all of the fights. Now, yeah, that's pretty fair. He said he had a fire stick. That doesn't mean he's stealing fights. Fire stick could mean anything. And honestly, that's seems to me you're just out there trying to make the dude look bad. You know what I mean? Like, why would you? Yeah, you're right, man. I'd be having fire sticks too. It seems so petty to me, man. And anyway, it is, man. I'm a logistics evening in Baltimore. People do not like being associated with D. Oh, he said, I'm in logistics. I'm a logistics evening engineer. And Baltimore people do not like being associated with DC at all. No, they don't. And people from DC don't like being associated with Baltimore at all. Those are two different areas. Not to be associated. You know what I mean? So that's Bud snitching. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But look, man, I was on here. I just wanted to do a short one on this Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow for sure, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. Hey, my man Carl Horton, man, much love in that super chat. Said just because, bro. Thank you for that support, brother. That's big, man. Thank you, man. I just wanted a second opinion from credible sources who is business savvy. What is that? I'm not sure. Fanon Bud said EJ said he had a fire stick. Bud be lying, but he may have a fire stick. I don't know. I mean, that sounds like something really random to be lying about. The arrow will be like, yeah, man, I got a fire stick too. Like, I'm not paying for all of this stuff. But if he doesn't, that's him being cheap. Whatever, man. It is what it is. Like, that's completely irrelevant to whether or not he's going to actually fight. And I'm sure there's a lot of boxers that don't pay for fights, man. You know? But look, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Much love. Oh, say Donald. What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Donald, the now 67-year-old G. Grant, said, my mom was raised in Baltimore, and it has its own rich history. They rival each other. They respect each other, but they will let you know that they are separate from each other. Virginia Beach is not DMV. Of course it's not. You know what I mean? He said, Al, stopping all the big fights, blame them. Nah. I ain't blaming them. You guys trying to pitch that garbage. That's garbage. I'm not blaming Al Heyman for nothing. He didn't say nothing. Al Heyman just made a bunch of fights. Has made a bunch of fights, bro. John Boy said 3 super chats of mine you missed. Let me back up because I didn't think I did, but I will back up, brother. My bad. John Boy said Herbert Johnson in the building. Much love in that super chat, bro. John Boy said, my bad, bro. Zenith in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. John Boy, I'm sorry, brother. I dang sure hate that I missed this. Said, talk to you later. Got to go to work. God bless. Oh, you're broke. You're poor, broke, jealous ass. You know what it is. Much love in that super chat, bro. Stir Wars said DMV is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. It's not all of that. It's not the whole thing. It's just that small area. John Boy said, besides talk about this fight, honestly, they haven't spent a penny on promotion. Was Crawford just a fan profile? That's it. Yeah, pretty much, man. That's it. Put it up on his page and think it's going to work. John Boy in the building said, I'm here waiting for winter. Then the North Pole will be frozen, and then they can drive over. Yes, sir, brother. Much love in that super chat, bro. And John Boy again said three of Norman's fight got canceled, I heard. There you go. So I got like your last 5. So you are killer in that super chat, bro. Stone Alone in the building said, I've been here the whole time working on my truck. Thank you, brother. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you, Stone Alone, man. Thank you for the tip of the hat, brother. That means a lot. And Tony Smith, man, coming in like a champ towards the end. Tammy Smith, thank you so much for that support. Thank you so much for that support. That means a lot. Absolutely makes a lot. With 20, I got to go a couple more minutes because of that. Zenith 360, what was the point in mentioning that detail about a fire stick, but not then source of the money? Man, look, dude, all of that. So what was the purpose of that whole thing? What was the purpose of that whole thing? He said, I'm dating. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Donald? I just ain't seen you in a minute, Donald Grant, brother. It's always good to see you, man. You know what I mean? It's always good to see you. He said, he said, Fanon, I thought Baltimore was in the DMV till you informed me. Yeah, if you're not from there, if you're not from that area, then it's very easy to think that is the case. But if you're from the area, you live in the area, dude, trust me, it is not, they are not in the DMV. When they're talking about the DMV, they're talking about something that is pretty much, bro, people work in DC, they work and actually, yeah, it is the train line because the train line goes into Baltimore and the train line goes into Virginia. Yeah, the red line, the yellow line, the green line, that stuff all jumps over it. All jumps over that border. Vic Moradon said DMV is DC, Montgomery, PG County, and Northern Virginia, Fairfax County. Yep, thank you very much, bro. Sora said, if you read it right, I agree with you. If you read it right, I agree with you. The circle where the 3 meet is what we mean by the DMV. Only people who count the states literally include only okay, that's no. You were a little short with that, brother. Maybe I didn't read an earlier one, Stir World, but of what you said, I just read part of it. But maybe if I missed it, my bad. Glad to understand that though. O-ish VC in the building. What is Vic? Vic in the building. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. It is what it is, though, man. It is what it is. But look, man, I'm gonna bounce up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for your support today. We will be back tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. And if I read it wrong, Stir World, that's my bad. I do read too fast and I miss things sometimes. So if I miss something from you, that's my bad. But anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Deuces, thank y'all for showing up today. Peace.